So yes, just like it is said that it is very dangerous to operate a machine with half knowledge. Very dangerous. Imagine trying to drive with half knowledge. How dangerous and deadly it's going to be. Similarly, it is so simple. We have seen in IIT, there are these machines, just like, say, for example, what to say of anything, even a laser machine. A typical laser, a typical continuous wave laser may cost around 40 to 50 lakhs. A 1 watt, 2 watt, laser, 40 to 50 lakhs. A typical, scan electron microscopy machine may cost around 10 crores. Like that. An MRI machine may cost around at minimum 6 crores, like that. That's the kind of apparatus which they have. So then these are, and just imagine even in IIT, the professors, they don't allow undergraduate students to touch any of these machines. Only PhD researchers are allowed to touch like that. The undergraduates can just see and clap. Yeah, like that. They're not allowed to touch it. They are JE qualified, all India rankers, like that, cannot touch it. Why? Because it is so much ingrained that you need to be really trained so that you can touch it, because otherwise you will mess up with it. We are so cautious about a 6 crore machine, 40 lakh machine, like that. But when it comes to life, where does this sense does not arise? Why does this sense does not arise? We are interfacing with the most complicated of all the machines, the universe, our own body. And we interface it without any training, without any knowledge. And we just do hit and trials. Where is common sense? Where is intelligence gone here? Where is intelligence gone here? So therefore, it is very dangerous to operate on a machine with half knowledge. And that's why, one can say that, okay, I understand that, okay, there are inherent limitations in Pratyaksha Anuman. We have these defects. We just cannot understand beyond a certain very limited protocol. That means the world is going to be always dark for us. That's the kind of understanding we get, that yes, okay, the 4 defects will always keep us blind. What is the hope? What is the hope for us? Is there no other way to get free? Where is the hope? What is the scope? That's the question to ask. And if we ask that, that will lead us to the third Praman, which is called as Shabda Praman. Now we are coming to define protocols which say that, okay, you can work beyond your capacities. You can overcome your limitations. You can supersede your inebrities. So therefore, this is an amazing body of knowledge, Shabda Praman, because you can work beyond yourself. You can outperform yourself. That's what it means. Just like a person who is cycling, what speed he can come to? Suppose if it is not a geared cycle, what speed you can come to? 20, 30, is it not? But suppose the same person who's cycling, he catches hold of the back of a truck. What speed now he can pick up? Now he is going to move beyond the inherent capacity limits of the cycle. Right? Oh, now you can just sit down in a Padmasana, like that. And the cycle will walk at the speed of the truck. In this way, one can supersede supersede one's limitations and inherent fallacies. That leads us to the next body of knowledge, which is Shabda Praman. So we can see that any manufacturer manufactures any small little item, he gives a manual along with it. You get a manual along with the laptop. You get a manual along with the mobile. Even with a SIM, you have a 2-page manual which shows or which tells how to operate it. Do you think that the most intelligent creator of the entire universe, when he has given us such a complicated and such a powerful machine, will he not have given a manual how to operate, how to live in this world? Will he not have told us the art of living, the art of transcending the limitations of this world? And yes, he has given, and that manual comes as a body, that manual comes in the form of what we call as in totality the Shabda Praman. So Shabda means hearing from an authority. Just like you happen to travel in an international flight, Kingfisher Airlines, you happen to travel in an international flight, and suppose if the president of Sweden is sitting next to you, how is it that you can know about him? Just by seeing what kind of shirt he is wearing, what kind of pant he is wearing, you will not be able to understand. In fact, it will be very difficult to map his country also, looking at the face of a person. This fellow is from Sweden, or now this fellow is from to really pinpoint this from Chile, and so on. But if somebody tells you, this man is an important man, he's sitting in the man sitting next, he's the president of Sweden, and I say, oh, he's the president of Sweden, it's just traveling next to me. Oh, I can take an autograph, I can take a photograph, I can take a selfie and everything and all that. Is it not? That happens by hearing, actually. That happens by hearing. So Shabda is a process of hearing from a bona fide authority. That's called as Shabda. So here it is explained, the question is, how can a child know who his father is? If the child wants to know who is his father, how can he get to know? Now one way of saying is, from an experimental way of saying is that, yes, we will check your genes and we will tell you who your father is. There is genetic fingerprinting. But if you want to do a genetic fingerprinting of all the possible probable male candidates who can be the father of a child, it may take 800 years. Assuming a very small time of 5 minutes, per genetic fingerprinting, like that. And then, you will see that so many, there'll be at least 200 men whose fingerprints will come so close that the machines will say, now we cannot distinguish. And then what can the child do? He will have to pay obeisances, do pranam to each of them and ask them, are you my father? Right? The foolproof solution is you ask the mother, who is the father? So that is what is called as deductive knowledge. You ask the mother, who is the father? In the same way, we can see that the Vedas, the scriptures, the holy scriptures are like our mother, and they are telling us who our father is. So yes, we were talking about that, yes, will God not be so intelligent to give us a manual? The God has given us a manual, and that manual, the God has given us a manual in the form of the Vedic texts, the Vedas. So Vedas give us GK, not general knowledge, but God knowledge.